Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well. It's your boy, MarkN MUFC fan. Sorry that I'm a little bit late, guys. There's just a lot going on, and I had to close up and change some things because there's a lot of noise, and I would not have been able to present to you guys this morning. So I'm wishing you a great morning. Big up to all of you coming in. Big up to you, Shea Arsenal fan. Big up to you, Jarwick. What's good, Elite Baller? Yeah, smash those likes up the Reds. Subscribe and hit those notification bells so you can see when we're live. Big up to you, Kenny Fan TV. What's good, my brother? Hope you're well. This is the super fan here. He's the one in the network that's representing Man United, as all the rest of us were unlucky. We all got other teams. You know, that's a weird thing, and that's weird, that wheel of death that Papi be spinning us into sometimes. But big up to Papi as well. Boy, big up to you, Joe Blackman. Hope you're well, my brother. Good morning to you, Mental Ball Game. How are you doing, buddy? I hope everything is good. Yeah, Mark, where's the lit orange? Bro, do you see this? This looks like orange. This is a Manchester United shirt, bro. Big up to you. This season, we tell all other fan teams to move because it's the MUVE movement. Man United versus everyone. Yeah, Joe Blackman came up with that, and that's what the slogan is going to be this season for all of us fans. I hope you learn it and share it. Smash it around, guys. This is the new hashtag that United fans are going to be using, and it's coming to you, brought to you directly from Joe Blackman from Backhand Entertainment. Big up to him and big up to you guys. Now let's get into the story because Omar Berrada has been speaking to the fans directly. He wanted to send a message to let everyone know that he is here and that he's going to do a great job because he wants everyone to know he wants Man United to be the most successful club on the planet. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? Let me know. Yeah, it probably does look like sort of orange, right? Tell me now. Well, I don't know why it's looking orange, guys, but this is the Man United kit. You know what I mean? It's one of those t-shirts, so it's their shirt, bro. What can I say? Let's get into this article, guys. Let's see what Omar Berrada is cooking up for us, and I'll get into the story and read it out to you guys loud and clear. Stay tuned. Manchester United Chief Executive Omar Berrada has expressed his excitement and optimism in Erik ten Hag and his players to prepare to open the Premier League campaign this season against Fulham on Friday. Berrada was appointed United CEO earlier this year, replacing Richard Arnold, who resigned amid Sir Jim Ratcliffe's 27.7 partial investment into the club. In his first matchday column for the United Review, Berrada stated his desire to connect with the fans, while also acknowledging the extensive work to be done during the summer, both on and off the pitch. Berrada has also seemed to dig at his former club Manchester City by highlighting United's enormity and worldwide popularity. It's obvious, guys. The chief wrote to the fans, "Dear fans, welcome back to Old Trafford for our first Premier League match of 2024-25 season. This is a particularly special occasion for me as it marks my first game here as chief executive of this magnificent club. It's an enormous privilege to be taking my seat alongside all of you. I've been anticipating this for months. There's no better way to begin than right here under the floodlights with the incredible atmosphere that this stadium is famous for. Your support at Wembley was fantastic, where we just came up short in the Community Shield. We were disappointed not to win the game, but can take a lot of positives from it. When I was invited to join Manchester United late last year, I did not hesitate. As a child growing up, my first memory of the club was my father telling me stories of legendary players like Sir Bobby Charlton, George Best, and many others. It is impossible not to be aware of the weight of history from the tragedy of Munich to the triumph of Wembley 10 years later. I am honored to be a part of a place where overcoming the greatest adversities and rising again to the greatest glories is in our DNA. Guys, this is something exciting, to be fair. That glorious history speaks for itself. When I walked through the doors for the first time last month, I was immediately struck by the enormity of the club and what it means to our fans here in Manchester and all over the world. I think it's impossible to understand how big Manchester United really is until you're on the inside. That's one advantage all of you have had over me, but I'm catching up. and I feel it more and more every day. It's a very easy place to fall in love with. He added, we have had a busy summer so far with the transformation on and off the pitch. We welcome Joshua Zirkzee, Lenny Yoro, Matthijs de Ligt, and Nusem Mazraoui to the club. Four excellent talents with a bright future here. We are delighted that the club captain Bruno Fernandes has put pen to paper and committed his future to United, and Erik ten Hag has extended his contract on the back of our FA Cup success. Dan Ashworth has joined as sporting director and Jason Wilcox as technical director. We are building a strong and talented football structure to work with Erik and ensure that we are focused on a long-term success. We are also looking to build a world-leading non-football leadership team, which I know will help us thrive. I enjoy spending time with our colleagues on preseason tour of the USA, and I particularly enjoyed meeting so many of our American and traveling fans while we were there. We met with our new front of shirt partner Snapdragon at their home in San Diego, and I was hugely impressed with how their marketing leading technology will help us to perform. We are working hard to transform Carrington so that both our men's and women's team have access to outstanding training facilities. You will be aware we have appointed a joint task force to explore options for the future regeneration of Old Trafford area. With a world-class stadium at the heart of it, it is the right time for us to be moving forward with both projects, and our owners and the management team are completely committed to them. Wow, new stadium looks like it's on the works, guys. Let's get in. This is an eventful time for the club. Everything we do has to help us perform on the pitch, and that is our number one priority. It is so important, particularly in times of change, that our bond with you supporters is closer than ever. This will continue to be an important priority for us. All of us, you must be central to everything we do. I look forward to meeting many of you at Old Trafford and over the course of the season. This is your club. I promise that I will always remember that, and I will treat it with care, dedication, and the respect it deserves. Guys, this, wow, mouth-watering, I would have to say at least. This guy has got away with words. What are your thoughts in the comments, guys? Let me know. Omar Berrada, his message was class. I gotta clap the guy. I gotta clap the guy. He knows how to win the hearts of the fans. Big up to you, Nicolas, coming in. Yeah, big up to you, Joe Blackman. You know what I mean? Is that the Man U training kit? Yeah, this was one of the training kits. I don't think it's this season's though. It's a little old. I'm getting a new one, probably. Yeah, Ja, you have two red cards. Big up to Ja. Only one you need. Big up. It's match day, Reds. Get excited. Get excited. Big up to you, Stephanie Griffith. Hope you're well. The MVP of the United States. She moderates everywhere, and she's always amazing. Thank you so much. Big up to you. Big up to everyone joining. And yeah, Kenny Fan Defense is coming in. Defense League is in full effect. 100%. 4-win, 1 win coming in tonight. I think that's going to be very interesting, Jarwick. Big up. Berrada makes me proud already. I'm telling you, right, Joe? I'm telling you, get the early likes in, guys. Help the channel grow. I'm on the road to 1K. Guys, do you think we can do 180 subs today? Can we get that done? Could we get it done by the kickoff of the Fulham game? If we do it, I have a surprise in store for you guys. Big up to all of you watching. Smash those likes and share it around. I'm on the road to 1K and I must get there today, guys. So help me. Come in, smash those likes, subscribe if you're new, share it around on the socials. Let's get to 1K. Campos, you can see why he's highly regarded at Barca and City. 100% the man is he knows what to do, bro. This guy has been talking for the last 10 years about the problems at Man United and what he would have done differently to solve them. If you guys go to his Twitter, it's open. You can go to his LinkedIn and check it. Go back 10 years and check his post. He's been posting about Man United for 10 years, guys. This guy is like a super fan of Man United that waited his whole life just to work for Man United. Sometimes I get that feeling. I could be wrong. I could be exaggerating, guys, but that's just the way I felt because, you know, from when I checked through his Twitter and all the stuff he wrote about United and what I just read there, it just gives me that. It just gives me that feeling, guys. It just gives me that feeling. Yeah, it definitely was you, bro. Road to 1K is on. Let's get it done. Big up to you guys coming in. And I wanted to highlight some one or two things coming in. I can't confirm how exactly spot on these things are, but I've been hearing some reports. And I've been talking about Christian Eriksen for a couple weeks now, guys. I've been telling you all that he is going to be moving on very soon. And it looks like it's going to happen, guys. It looks like United are moving a little bit ruthless. So I'm going to read this story out to you guys right now because here's what's happening with Christian Eriksen. This is the interesting bits we will have to be taking in. Let me read it and give it to your information on the cuff. Christian Eriksen has been told that he is surplus to requirements at Old Trafford this season, according to a new report. The Dane was one of Erik ten Hag's first signings back in the summer of 2022, and despite a serious injury, played a key role in United's renaissance under the Dutchman. Things have gone not so well for him of late. He was reduced to a bit part role last season as Kobe Mainoo's emergence relegated him to the bench for most of last year. Football Insider is now reporting that the sources have told them that Man United have told Christian Eriksen he is free to find a new club before August 31st. The 32-year-old has just 1 year remaining on his current contract and is no longer considered an integral part of Erik ten Hag's plans for the upcoming season. And as a result, United are said to be inviting offers for the creative midfielder, and he's increasingly likely to leave the club this window. Clubs in Turkey, Saudi Arabia are said to be keen for this player, as well as interest coming from Ajax and Anderlecht. The move might go on as the window enters its final 2 weeks. It's what's more important. United are willing to let the player go for a cut price deal to get his wages off the books. Reportedly, £150,000 per week, and the reports are coming in that he's already relayed that this price could be as low as €5 million. The Red Devils need to sell to continue to reinvest in their midfield with Manuel Ugarte of serious interest, and they would ideally sell the likes of Eriksen alongside Hannibal Mejbri and Scott McTominay to help fund a move. Eriksen has already seen his role reduced, and he did not get on the pitch in the Community Shield, with youngster Toby Collier also apparently having overtaken him in the pecking order. As a result, despite a relative positive preseason, the Dane has been linked to numerous clubs and moves abroad. Like I said, to Anderlecht, Ajax, some in Saudi, as well as some coming in from Turkey. The Danish international is still an elegant player to watch when given the time, still has an impressive passing arsenal, but the truth is he lacks the engine to compete regularly for the 90 minutes in the war zone that is the midfield battle in the Premier League. Guys, what are your thoughts on this article coming in? Let me know what you're thinking in the chat. I think it's a good move by United. I think we definitely need to move. Yeah, I've seen we're linked to Verratti, but it's just a link. I think his agent is looking for attention. I talked about this yesterday, and I don't think it's much into that. I think his agent is just linking him to us for attention. Will Xerxes start against Fulham? I think he would. Erik ten Hag was keeping him all his links close to his chest. He didn't really give anything out on who will start. He just said they are all in the squad. So let's see how it goes. I expect him to start because I think we're going to start the season off on the front foot and not on the back foot. Last thing I heard from Verratti is that he's making sandcastles and has a pet camel in Saudi. That's the same thing I've been hearing, bro. He should be relaxing there. Big up to you guys smashing the likes. 17 likes like Ganacho. Let's try to get to 30. Let's get there quickly, guys. Come on, every like you smash shares the channel around to a next possible viewer, and they can in turn get in and smash the likes and share it around as well. Big up to you guys. Good morning to you, Casimir. I hope you're well, buddy. What's good? What's good? Nah, Joe Blackman is saying, yeah, I mean on the show, Steffi Griffith, I noticed you wasn't in the chat when she was on screen. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Ijeoma Chukwama is saying, I really love to watch Sancho, but I think he is not the kind of player we need now. We need fighters, not stylish players. Adeyemi would be a good replacement for Sancho. Adeyemi would be a good shout, but I hear he's probably off to Juventus. It's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. Big up to you, Courtney French, coming in. And he says, big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to you guys. Get the likes up, 100%. Big up, broski. Let's get it going to the next segment, guys. And this is a familiar story, and it looks like the saga is continuing. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. It looks like this saga is continuing again this season. I'm going to bring this story to the fold. I'm pretty sure you guys already know what I am talking about by the way I said what I said just now. But let's see how it goes. Let's see what's happening right now. There's lots of reports coming in, and I think it's a high possibility that this happens, right? Because we are in negotiations, it's ongoing. A Dutch journal drops intriguing bombshell that United are working on a deal for the Barcelona ace. Could this be why we're selling Christian Eriksen? Could this be Hannibal Medri and Scott McTominay? Could it be a double deal for Manuel Ugarte as well as Frankie de Jong? Guys, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but let's read this article and see what they're saying. Manchester United chiefs remain in hot pursuit of the midfield acquisition to add to Ten Hag's ranks before deadline day. Numerous names have been mooted for targets for Ineos, particularly the likes of Sanderberg, Manuel Ugarte, and Youssef Fofana. Although the latter has been set to closing on a move at AC Milan, he's supposed to be conducting his medical today, so that I think that's one out of the way. And you could also talk about Sanderberg because United has refused to enter negotiations since Burnley is not interested in doing a deal for anything less than £30 million. Nonetheless, another player who's been mentioned tentatively among the mix is Frankie de Jong. And with United seemingly expecting that they can get a deal over the line, the second time lucky, reports come 2 years on from the tedious transfer saga that took place in Erik maiden window. He immediately pursued his Ajax protege, and the board even saw a bid accepted by Barcelona, but it never came to fruition as the Dutch international was unwilling to bid farewell to his 18 million euros that was owed to him by Barcelona. Indeed, personal terms could never have been agreed with De Jong, who, in fairness, had made it clear from the get-go that he had no intention of leaving Blaugrana and his money behind. The latest speculation regarding United's De Jong pursuit is now United are testing the waters to see if his commitment remains as strong as it was back then. Dutch journalist Jack van Gelder has confirmed that the Reds have revived their interest in hopes of finally welcoming the dynamic midfielder to Old Trafford. Van der Gelder revealed this on the program De Orenzoma. Let's see the Orenzoma. Let's see how that goes, guys. I think I said that right. Not too sure. But big up. I'm not too sure if this is a good deal. For me, it's one of those things where I'm over it. Manuel Ugarte could come in. Let's pick up another midfielder like that youngster Mandela Keita coming out from Royal Antwerp. I think he's a good prospect. He plays at centre back as well and the CDM role, so he can come in as a fill-in. And we still have Toby Collier and possibly Dan Gore Jr. coming back into training in the next 5 weeks. So for me, guys, I think it's going to be, one of those sagas that we should just call quits to. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts in the comments about Frankie de Jong? Let me know. Manuel Ugarte, guys, it looks like that deal is going to be happening because guess what? It's gone pretty quiet this morning, other than the fact that United are still in negotiations. George Mendes would like to complete the negotiations today. It's what we've been hearing. There's been reports all around Germany. So let's see how the news goes. Remember the last time I told you this? You got a double whammy in the here we go. There was Wan-Bissaka leaving and then De Ligt as well as Mazraoui coming. So let's see how it goes. There might be some interesting developments around the middle of today. I think it's still early doors, but I think it might be something that you will be hearing about in the next hour or two. That's what I would recommend, guys. Do we really think that United would call a player who chose the United's project as surplus to requirements? The needless injury he suffered affected his role after a very long absence. A journalist, a shrewd. 100%, 100%. Mohan Tips is coming in. Is it true that Rashford Saudi transfer? Yeah, I don't know if he's going, but they did come in with a 100 million offer for him in the transfer summit that's currently ongoing right now towards the end of the window. It's a 2 week long, 3 week long summit, and it closes on deadline day. It's how these clubs are allowed to get these deals done pretty quickly. And as we know, Scott McTominay's agent was there yesterday, and there are reports that the deal for Napoli is progressing smoothly, and we will be getting results on that deal today. So let's wait for the information to come in. De Jong didn't want to come. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, Kenny, no one is going to leave 18 million dollars behind. So I would say I'm not interested in leaving. I would have said the same thing. I'm not leaving that money behind. I don't think we could say he genuinely didn't want to come, because if he wasn't owed that money and he had gotten paid already, he probably would have probably come. You never know. I would never say that he wouldn't. But 18 million reasons why he would say no. He was owed 100%. Jarwick is saying he would transform our midfield. Yeah, he would. But in all fairness, guys, it's we have to be realistic in what we can do. I think right now the most important thing is getting Manuel Ugarte in and possibly getting a left back. I'm also not too opposed to having our players start in the left back position, a young Harry or Mass, and let him learn on the job. I would be honestly interested in that. Big up to you, to Stratford Gamer. What guan, my brother? Hope all is well. Big up to you. Wow, you know what? If we actually get De Jong, then definitely title charge. Well, I'm not gonna disagree there, bro. I think it's gonna be very interesting if we do get this deal over the line. But more interestingly, so I'm waiting for information about Ugarte. I think that's the strong deal that we're gonna do. I love De Jong, but I don't think it's possible. Yeah, that's understandable, my bro. Frankie and Menu, it would be fun to watch. Bro, it would be amazing, right? Talking about Eriksen, if not cardiac illness, Eriksen is a good for another season. 100%, bro. 100%. Yeah, big up to you guys coming in. Guys, I wanted to tell you I will be back at the middle of the day to do an update stream that's coming with all the information. You're going to enjoy that stream because we might be having a here we go while I'm live around midday. Let's see how it goes. I will be back then. And I want to thank all of you for joining me this morning. Don't forget to smash those likes and subscribe. The road to 1K is now. Let's get there. I'm 100 and something subs away. I think it's 178. So let's keep smashing those likes and subscribing so we can get there by kickoff against Fulham tonight under the lights, guys. Big up to this channel, road to 1K. Come on, guys, smash those likes. The low on the likes. Yeah, Diogo's going to have a great game tonight, guys. I think he's going to do pretty well. You know what I mean? It's going to be very interesting to see how these new players, formulate themselves together. Joshua Zirkzee a very good, interesting player. I think he might be starting tonight. You know what I'm saying? Compost Smith, I just want players who actually want to play here, not just settling for us because Barca dream ended bad. Possibly, possibly. Yeah, there's a confusing situation about De Jong's wages, guys. De Jong's wages is not actually going to be anything close to 600K per week. I know he's on 679,000 pound, 679,000 euros per week right now at Barcelona, but his wages were tripled because he was not paid during the COVID period, and that's the way Barca decided to pay him off for his lost wages. So they tripled his wages. This is why he's earning so much money. Now his regular wages were something more like 190 to 225,000 euros per week, which is actually less than 170K per week in pounds. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Barcelona will certainly have to pay him off the money that they owe him, but you know what I mean? I don't think his wages at United will be anything more than 200 to 250K per week. I think it's going to be less. I think it's going to be actually 170K in pounds. That's just what I think. Big up, Mark. Enough prospects. We need experience as well. 100%, bro. I think we have a lot of prospects already, but for the left back, I think we need to start a youngster there because I think Amas would learn on the uptake very quickly. I think he's ready. And why spend 30 million for someone to take a month to adjust when you could give Amas that same time to learn the game? You know what I'm saying? We could spend that money elsewhere, maybe another centre back coming in. I think that might be a good option. And plus, it's not like Luke Shaw and will never be back. It's not like if we don't have a Mazraoui who could come in if he's having trouble. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be interesting. De Jong wages, him 100. We can't sign him, but his wages, possibly. Which day does the window close? I think it closes on September 7th. I think it's September 7th. It could be the 1st. There was a time when it closes on 7th. It could be the 1st. I think it could. I will double check for you guys. Let me double check right now. August 30th, the window will be closed, shutting at 11 p.m. UK on August 30th, guys. That's when the window will be closing. It's going to be interesting to see what happens until then. I think United is going to be very, very busy. You know what I mean? So, I wanted to get into this slight article. I know this one might not be much of the transfer news, but this one is more. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's some reports coming in, guys. Let me just bring this. Let me just bring this to the stage right now. That's confirming what I've been saying about Manuel Ugarte all along. Let's bring it to the stage. It may not be today, but like I did say, once George Mendes is on the deal, it's definitely gonna get done. You know what I mean? It's definitely gonna get done. All right, so let's bring this to the stage right now, guys. And there's breaking news. Manuel Ugarte's move to Manchester United is possible closer to deadline day. And it's probably because we're waiting on the actual movements of Scott McTominay to be confirmed so we can push the deal through. It looks like we're going to get it done. And I'll get into the report right now because there's some reports coming in. The sources close to the discussions between Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester United over the deal for Manuel Ugarte believe that an agreement is more likely to be found closer to transfer deadline day, right? And this is coming in as super agent George Mendes, keeps the deal on the table. Let me just, double check this one thing. Ugarte has been a top midfield target for Manchester United this summer as it looks to bring in the new defensive midfielder. The midfielder wants the move. He has already agreed personal terms with the Premier League giants. However, negotiations with PSG have been more complicated and United are in no mood to match their 60 million euro asking price. Portuguese super agent George Mendes is claimed to be trying to find a resolution to unlock the deal for Ugarte. He was recently in England for talks with Manchester United, and a deal could be still agreed upon the close to deadline day on August 30th. Mendes is trying to bring the two clubs closer to a compromise to take Ugarte to Old Trafford this summer. Manchester United have refused to pay for players this summer and do not want to fork out more than 50 million euros for the midfielder. Some reports are also coming in stating that we most certainly will not be spending more for the player than we already think he is worth. So, guys, what are your thoughts in on that? I think the agent is now trying to engineer this deal in such a way that we will be able to, get it done more closer to when the window ends. You know what I mean? There's also some options coming in. Don't forget, I spoke about Danilo Oliveira, the Nottingham Forest DM. That is also somewhere in the region of 40 million euros, and he's 23 as well. But Landon Ugarte is the priority for Manchester United, guys. So, what are your thoughts in the comments to this? I think this is some interesting news, but I also think that, what I have been hearing from Sky Germany is also true that the deal is much closer than others are reporting right now. So let's see how it goes. I think today is definitely a key day in some of the information that will be coming out, and we might get more confirmation in the middle of today. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. It's been your boy, MarkN MUFC fan, and you know what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, guys, smash those likes. Don't forget, guys, it helps the channel grow. Pause the stream. These people are sleeping. Need to get the likes up, says Courtney French. Yeah, I would like everyone, come on, smash those likes. Let's get to 40 likes before I close. You know what I mean? You get the information live and direct, early and consistent. Gotta, at least smash the likes for that, right? Man United will finish fourth this season. That's good enough. I think we'll also win the Europa League and defend the FA Cup. PSG to Chelsea. Yes, lots of things happening right now. I can feel the excitement for the new season. How many shots on target versus Fulham? I think it's going to be a 4-1 scoreline. Manchester United are going to drop them up, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I honestly believe Ten Hag is insisting on the Jong deal rather than getting Ugarte, less injury prone. Makes medical sense. No, I actually don't think so. I think Ugarte is our priority, and I think we are trying to get both midfielders, but we need to get to sign Ugarte first before we could spend on De Jong. I think that's the case. Smash the likes, people. Don't forget and share it around. Frankie would be eager to move. He wants to learn from. Big up to you, mental ball game. Big up. You caught me there. I don't think Amas is prepared physically for the PL yet. Teams will target him. Yo, he's going to be playing next to Lissandro. If they target him, he will have good backup, bro. You know, the lid is also there. I would give our guys, the confidence to protect him well and give him the experience and the guidance he needs to improve game by game. Big up. Story. We cannot buy a player for every time we get a couple of injuries. Left back, hell no. Striker, big yes. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the striker. I think Ethan Wheatley is going to do a fine job as a backup this season. Big up to Conde coming in. Big up to you guys. Yeah, so the roundup is I was talking about Berrada's message to United guys. Big up to you coming in from Sierra Leone, my bro. And then I talked about the possible delay in the deal for Ugarte. Might be done closer to the transfer window, but there's also reports coming in that the deal could probably be done this week. So there's conflicting reports coming out, guys. So just pay attention to that. There's also Christian Eriksen has been told that he should find a club by the close of the transfer window because he's surplus to requirements at Manchester United. Manchester United are also pushing a deal with Napoli. They're currently locked in negotiations. It's looking very likely that Scott McTominay will be joining Napoli in a couple of days. It could be in a couple hours as well. His agent was at the transfer summit yesterday, and positive talks were held. And I think the deal is going to be pushed very quickly because Conte made him the priority target for Napoli this summer, as well as some reports coming in that Victor Lindelof could well be on his way after receiving a payout in the next few days. He could be well on his way to Fenerbahce. Guys, keep your eyes to the ground. Keep your eyes looking forward and your ears to the ground because there's a lot of transfer news to be coming out and you are going to hear it coming quickly in the next couple hours and couple days. The United saga is ridiculous. There were tons of alternative midfielders, but the club ignored them and fixated on Ugarte. Dan Ashwood should have gone after other options. Well, to be fair, guys, I don't think there were much other options. People talk about Fofana, but he's not a DM. He loses the ball 14 times every single game he's played last season, and sometimes even 20 plus times. The average was 14 times per game. I don't think he's a good DM. He sounds good, but he's definitely not good defensively. His tackling statistics are terrible. And it's the same thing with Sander Berger. He's not a good tackler. It seems that he's good at everything else but tackling. So how is he going to win the ball? So these kind of things you have to pay attention to, bro. Not all teams need a player that, although you have your opinion, I think, maybe a Zubomendi might have been as good an option, but there were always reports that he did not want to leave Spain. So I think this guy is the only option when it comes to the quality and the price. I think PSG are then being a bit difficult with the pricing right now. But I thought personal terms were agreed with PSG and Sancho. What's changed? Chelsea want a loan with option to buy, I think PSG had bought Desiree Doué, like I was explaining to you guys. Since PSG bought Desiree Doué, the deal for Jadon Sancho was no longer as priority as it was seen as before. Bro, if who is going to be the destroyer? If everyone is a playmaker in the midfield, who's doing the tackling, bro? Who is going to tackle people? Playmakers don't tackle anyone. They try to conserve themselves from getting injured. You know what I mean? You need a dog in that midfield, guys. Come on. A team is a sum of all parts. It's not a sum of similar parts. You know what I'm saying? What is bad is that Ugarte will be like Amrabat last year. He's been left out of the squad, not sure about training. He will not be fit when we get him. Yeah, but the only difference with Ugarte is he is actually levels above Amrabat. He is fitter, younger, faster. So in my honest opinion, it's gonna be 2-3 weeks at max. He'll be back up to fitness. You know what I mean? There's levels to some of these players, and Amrabat was nowhere near the level of him anyway to begin with. I think Amrabat is a decent midfielder, but Ugarte is a level above or two maybe. Mendes has clearly promised us Ugarte. He needs to do his thing with PSG now. He's got them never as cheap. 100%, 100%. 185 more subscribers to 1K, guys. Let's get it snapshin', guys. Smash those likes. Let's get it up. Come on, guys, help me get there. We got a couple hours left before we face the Fulham as they come, the Cottagers as they come to Old Trafford, and I want to be celebrating 1K with all of you right here, right then, during the watch along, and then we'll be celebrating a United win. Big up to you guys coming in. So no midfielders this season, that's okay. This is the longest process and rebuild in football. If only we did 90% of the rebuild like Chelsea in one summer. That will never happen, bro. That would have never happened. I like how vocal De Ligt was in the first training. Natural born leader. Yeah, big up to you guys. A deep lying playmaker and a destroyer type with mobility would work wonders for away games. Yeah, 100%, bro. You can't have, I don't think they come in. I don't think they come in there unless they're generational. As you know, guys, Rodri was not always a playmaking DM. He used to just be a destroyer 2 seasons ago. You know what I mean? Didn't even score any goals really. So it's interesting, guys. The club left Amrabat out to dry. Amrabat wants to move even at reduced wages and still no contact. Well, the thing is, I think, yeah, bro, I don't know. I think Amrabat was decent in the last few games, but I don't really rate him that much anyways, bro. So I'm actually hoping that, we get Ugarte and maybe someone else, to be fair. That's just my honest opinion. I would start Collier over Amrabat any day, in my honest opinion. I'm sorry if you disagree. Why Man United are not looking good for the left back? Because Luke Shaw is injury prone. There's Harry Amas, bro. I think we're also going to look at the left back after we get the Ugarte deal done. Players are still going to get out the door. United are making sure to get it done. So I think, we should have give them a little time. I think in the next couple of hours, you're going to have a breakthrough of some sorts. Don't forget the Hermoso deal could still be on the cards because he changed agencies to facilitate a move staying in Europe. His previous agency was the one that was accepting offers from Saudi, but this new agency is following his direction. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. You know what I mean? Yeah, 11 hours away from the game. We got 11 hours to get 185 subs, guys. Big up. Manchester United will always do this. We are always fixated on limited targets, and there are no other options. Maxence, Karake, Manu Kone, Pepelu could have done the job for half the price. Yeah, possibly, bro. I agree with you. You know what I mean? But, they're not going to take huge risks right now, I think. So maybe. Let's see how it goes. The window is still young. We might get a Ugarte and a Kone because there's some reports that United are looking at him. So it might be interesting. Let's see how it goes, right? Thank you guys for joining me. It's been my pleasure to bring this update to you all this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys will join me later on for the watch along. And earlier on, just after lunch around 1 p.m. UK, I will be doing a live update because I think there's going to be some breaking news around that time. I hope you guys enjoy it. Keep yourselves safe out there. I will see you guys later on. It's been your boy, MarkN MUFC fan, with your morning views and your daily update. Guys, don't forget to smash the likes. Big up to all of you Elite Baller. Big up to you Courtney French as well. Big up to Conde. Big up to you Compo Smurf. Big up to you Almac as well. Big up to Casimir. Big up to you Jarwick. Big up to all of you coming in. Hold on. Big up to Kenny Fan TV. Big up to the Wizard. Big up to Stephanie Griffith. Big up to you Yali Malmin as well. Big up to every single one of you. Big up to you Robert Nash. Big up to Ollie Bulk. Big up to Nikhil S. Big up to Joe Blackman as well. Big up to everyone who came in this morning. If I did not say your name, I apologize. I hope you have an amazing day, and we will be back. You know what I mean? Big up. Catch you guys later. Yeah, I think KG will